What's up, guys? It's your boy Fully Baker coming to you with another video. Today, we're not going to be talking about drip. We're going to be talking about a different protocol. Yeah, just watch and see what this is about. Just a bit of a background about what you just watched. That's Rex 2.0. Just a bit of a summary of what Rex is about. I'm not going to read this to you yet. Just want to make sure you know the history. Rex launched sometime in maybe May or June of last year. And there was an inflation bug price. When I say inflation bug, I mean one of the boost tokens was not edited and then it sort of corrupted the main contract. But all of that, excuse me, all of that is behind us right now because I have examples of projects that the V1 didn't do very well, but the G2, GFAM2 is doing just fine. The V2 is doing just fine. That's GFAM V2, which is on Ethereum blockchain. We've also got one of the best launchpad tokens on both ETH and BSC. They had the V2 and they proved to be one of the best launchpad tokens so far. So yeah, my point is you have a V1, there's a bug or an inflation bug or some errors in the code because it wasn't audited and all whatnot. And then you come back better, you come back stronger. And in my own opinion, I think that's what Rex is about. Rex is actually going to be back better than what we saw in V1. Ever since the inflation bug and the error in the code and all of that, I've been monitoring the progress of Rex since when? October, September last year. I mean, I waited for a very long time before doing this. And that's how some of us invest into crypto projects. You wait long enough to see that it's proven before really talking about it. That's a bit of a summary about Rex. The audit has been done. Economic audit was done. Security audit was done. The airdrop team was set up to find a way to compensate those that lost both in Rex tokens and in BUSD. I mean, they've done an amazing job. I'm not going to lie to you. They've done an amazing job. It was passed through a lot of professors of mathematics, economics to see what the economic audit looks like. And they are saying it's going to last for quite a number of years, not my own words. I was hearing 30 years, 35 years. Man, even if this lasts for 10, 20 years, I mean, we are all Gucci, you know? Anyway, let's get into it. Rex, I mean, of course, is blockchain based. As you guys know, it's not an organization, institution, or person. It's an ethical, decentralized, and permissionless crypto, or we call it a staking token. Immutable because it can be it's tamper-proof, no admin keys. It has been audited. Like I said, it's been gone through economic audits. It's verifiable, and yeah, all the attributes you want for a cryptocurrency or a token. I believe Rex has got that. When is the launch date for this, for the V2? Tentatively, underline the word tentative, we're looking at the 22nd of February. It might be pushed to end of Feb or early March, not sure yet, but everything is looking good. The new website will be up soon. The white paper is what I'm looking at right now with you. And we're going to go over this a bit to really understand what Rex is about. Rex is a staking token. It's fungible and transferable. And we can also refer to it as an internet bond, except that this time it is flexible. Rex is like X on ETH, except that it's as flexible as our life can be sometimes. It's trustless and it sits on a blockchain, so that means it's also immutable. Rex has no fixed supply, of course, but can be minted in different ways, as triggered by participation, either by the users, by participants, after daily auctions, when providing liquidity, and when you're claiming the airdrop after the Rex Classic saga. When I say Rex Classic, I mean Rex V1, the V1 of Rex. Rex will create how many tokens? Almost 307 billion. I think I saw that somewhere, something around that. Yes, there we go. In the course of the 222 days auction, you need to note that. And the other thing you need to note is that 10% of the cent BUSD is going to be used to create Rex BUSD LP pairs. And this was learned from other projects where you try to decouple from the market, because in Rex Classic, we had Rex being paired with BNB. But because you want Rex to perform in its own merits, it's being built by default to appreciate in price, apart from the whole staking thing. So you want to pair it with BUSD so that it can perform on its own merits. The 10% cents is going to be used to create Rex BUSD LP, like I said, to maintain a reasonable price floor. And what's more is that the LP tokens are bonds. Liquidity is locked forever, so there's always liquidity to transact the token, which is good. As you have always heard me say, liquidity is king in DeFi, and we might have an initial liquidity of about $1 million to $10 million, which will be provided on PCS. This initial liquidity will be provided by early investors, and from what we are hearing, maybe you are going to be able to provide minimum of 5K. Is that what I heard? Oh, I can't remember right now, to be quite honest. 5K, maximum 50K, and then you get 2x tokens. But then you don't have access to these tokens until after the daily auctions. So from this get-go, you get exactly the same amount in BUSD amount of the token at pre-sale price of the Rex based on the BUSD you contributed. And then you price appreciate, all of that happens, and you wait for 222 days before getting that back at 10% vested for every 30 days. So for example, you provide a liquidity to create that initial liquidity for Rex BUSD. You're going to get the dollar value, BUSD value worth of Rex as free tokens, more like a buy one, get one free. And after the 227th day, you are able to claim your token at 10% every 30 days for, so that means in the next 300 days, you're going to be able to collect all of your tokens. And then your liquidity will be unlocked, I guess, after the 222nd day. That's quite good. I mean, do your own research, but I think that's a good thing to do. Maybe split some of your investments into 3 and then put some of that in liquidity like that. Use some for daily auction and then use some for PCS. I mean, we can talk strategies later. But the other thing is Rex inflates at 12.9% per year. That means it's going to inflate 5x after 13 years. That's crazy. So at the end of auction on each day, the contract calculates how many Rex needs to be minted for that day to achieve that rate. Excuse me. Your share of tokens each day depends on the number of participants for that auction per day. There's a predetermined total REX tokens earmarked to be distributed that day. So your contribution would determine how many of the tokens you get. That's something to note. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that REX is bullish, to be quite honest, but it's got some other boost tokens attached to it. Let's look at some of those boost tokens. There's T-Rex, which is a fungible boost token to improve user experience. The initial price will be 500 BUSD at the time of REX launch day one, and then the price rises by 5 BUSD for every 100 T-Rex sold, which they call it T-Rex halving. What are the benefits of holding T-Rex? If you hold one or more T-Rex, you get 3.3% more shares when creating a stake. You are able to create an irrevocable stake, and you get 50% higher limits when it comes to what you can contribute to daily auction. So for example, the maximum is 5,000, you can create extra 2,500. So making your stake 7,500 when others are able to contribute a maximum of 5,000 BUSD. T-Rex was one of the contract was one of those that was it has too much power in REX Classic, and it was unaudited, and that was the major reason for the inflation bug. I mean, inflation bug on top of the fact that this was unaudited. So the REX Classic, T-Rex, you can't buy T-Rex right now because you need to be able to get into the V2. So for every one T-Rex you have, you're able to do all of what I've mentioned. But the other thing is the fact that REX Classic T-Rex holders are able to claim 10 T-Rex if they still hold their T-Rex Classic when snapshot was done on 13th of October. Let's look a bit into Emrex. Emrex, on the other hand, is also a boost token. Fungible, that means you can buy 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. It boosts user experience and benefits. Emrex was good, so there's nothing much to change with the Emrex Classic, so it still remains the token that are used and has its own benefits too. Let's peep some things about Emrex. It's got 10,000 Emrex tokens that can never be available in supply. Like I said, there will be no Emrex V2, which means you can still buy Emrex V1. Let me show you something exciting. Excuse me. Emrex has got just less than 400 tokens left in PancakeSwap right now, left on PancakeSwap. These are the top 5 holders of Emrex right now. And these are people that have been following. If I were you, if you want to partake in this, it might be a good idea to get your Emrex after watching this video, because I know with a 10,000 Emrex token ever possible, Emrex might fly to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 very soon as more of this word gets out. I mean, some people are buying Emrex at $27, $30, $40, $50. And let me see if I can pull the price of Emrex right now. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So since November, when no one was paying attention, people have been buying Emrex for the $3.38. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Where is it now? $333. Emrex, not financial advice, is a potential $1,000, $2,000 coin, easy. Because the more the word gets out, the more people want to partake in this. I'm bullish on Emrex. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be bringing one of my friends online maybe this weekend to come talk about Rex with me. Back to the white paper. What are the benefits of holding Emrex? Let's look at some of the benefits. If you hold between 1 to 5 Emrex, you are able to get referral rewards of up to 5% of the cent BUSD by someone you referred. Say, for example, I bring you that is watching this video right now, and I have 1 Emrex. If you put in $10,000, I'm only able to get 1% of that. So what's 1% of 10,000? That's $100. But if I have 5 Emrex, I'll be able to get $500 of your contribution of your cent BUSD in your daily auction. That's one. The second benefit of holding on to of having Emrex is that you can get up to 10% more Rex tokens from auctions. If you have 5 Emrex, up to 10%, because if you have 2 Emrex, if you have 1 Emrex, you can only get 2% more tokens. If you've got 2 Emrex, you can get 4% more tokens. But if you've got 5 Emrex, you can get 10% more Rex tokens from auction. So whatever you contribute, whatever your pool share is for that day, whatever token you get 10% more. Thirdly, you get to not pay the buyer fee. So for example, somebody wants to sell a stake to you, you are able to buy it off the person. Normally you pay 1% of the total BUSD value worth of the stake, plus some other fees. But if you've got 5 Emrex, I think you're not paying a dime, and that can be huge. Imagine someone that wants to sell almost $100,000 worth of, or $1 million worth of his or her stake, and you need to pay 1% of that. That can be going to about $10,000. But if you've just got your Emrex, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you avoid that 1% of the stake price of that Emrex. So if I were you, if I don't have any Emrex, I'll try to get 1 or 2 after this video, or pause the video and buy. Of course, not financial advice. People that are holding big bags of Emrex might dump, so you want to be careful. I'm not known to, FOMO you into something that I think will not do well, but just look for a good entry into Emrex if you've not got any, and maybe DCA in and get what you need if you want to. Like I said, only 10,000 Emrex are possible. That's a very, very low supply. I've seen the price bounce from $27 or $30 to almost $330 when no one was watching. You can buy and stake or time deposit your Rex to earn interest upon maturity. You can also close your stake to get both your principal and accrued interest. I'm not going to touch on this much, but yeah, you can read the white paper to understand. Just picking out points that I think are very important. The interest is cut by 1% if you don't close your stake after it matures and after a 14-day grace period. So it's a reward that is being cut by 1% after the stake has ended and you didn't close it, or you closed it and then you exceeded the 14-day grace period. Your interest will start to be cut by 1%, but your principal is never penalized. So that's good. When Rex is staked, it is burnt, it creates shares which represent the stake size and length. But again, these shares has a price and it only increases with time and never decreases. So what we're saying in essence is that if you stake early is better. Staking early is better. Yeah, look at that there. So on day 1, you want to go a bit heavy and then you DCA in across the other days. Just not financial advice again. I've mentioned that how many times now? Stakes earn interest daily through inflation as well as from other stake penalties paid. So people pay stake penalties when they prematurely end their stakes, and all of that goes to those that have still got their stakes active. You can withdraw your stake interest on day 2, and this does not affect your stake principal, but reduce the number of shares the stake has going forward. These are just some points that you need to note. You also need to remember that longer pays better. So if I'm staking my Rex for 3,653 days, I will be earning more than you that is staking for just 30 days. So take note of that. Yeah, I'll let you do all of this math to really understand all of this. But the point you need to take is that you need to fit your stake with your life and your personality. How much time can you wait for this to mature? Better to go light and stake it for long if you know you can't wait for long, than go heavy and prematurely end your stake. Again, not something I'm trying to give you life advice on. It's just one of those things that I do. This video, of course, it is for entertainment purpose, and yeah, just tell you what I would normally do. The other thing is, I'm just going to let you guys read all of that. I mean, if you can read codes and contracts, you can go through all of that. But one thing you need to know is that, like I said, Rex is like flexible X. So that means even though X is a bit static, where once you have your stake, you can't do anything much with it. In the case of Rex, you can split your stake, you can transfer your stake, you can rename your stake, you can withdraw your stake, and what have you. Note that the minimum amount you can put up for Rex is 50 BUSD, I believe. But you can have a maximum of 5,000 BUSD. And then, like I told you, you can actually boost that to 7,500 if you owe T-Rex. Remember, we said something like that. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, you can split your stake, you can transfer your stake, you can rename your stake. Irrevocable stakes. That means the stakes are restricted to some certain functions. It can be renamed, interest can be withdrawn, and it can be ended early. Remember, I'm going to talk about airdrop later, but yeah, it comes out as an irrevocable stake. But it can be split though. It can be transferred and can be sold on these Rex stake decks. So take note of that. Yeah, so you can buy and sell stakes. I know we've mentioned something like that. Yeah, like I said, the minimum you can contribute for daily auctions is $50, and it's going to go on for 222 days. And the maximum is 5,000 BUSD. And remember, like I said, you can boost it to 7,500 BUSD if you are holding one or more T-Rex. So, like I said, when stakes Rex are generated for each day, there's a predetermined value, and once you put in your BUSD, after the end of that day, the number of T-Rex that you are entitled to will be distributed to you, and that's when you claim them. On day 1, you have 2 billion Rex, according to this white paper. I don't know if things are going to change. 1.6 billion on day 2, 1.4 billion on day 3. And after day 3, the daily amount decreases by 2.1 million Rex. It was initially decreasing by how many before? 200 million for day 1, 2, and 3, 400 million for day 1, 200 million for day 3, and then it just dropped to 2.1 million. But on day 222, you're going to have 0.93 billion, 934 million, somewhere around 46,607 Rex in the auction. So that's the total right there. Bless me. Users may mint their liquid Rex, and if claimed as X, they become eligible for random big payday. So there are ways to qualify for a random big payday. Let me see if I can. Where's that? Where's that? Let's see. Yeah, these are referrals. I mean, you can use my referral link if you want, but of course, maybe because you are hearing this from the first time from me, or I'm just breaking this down for you. If an auction participant has set a referral, the referral participants receive a bonus of 10% more recs. And this goes to both the referee and the referrer. You need to note that they both get referral rewards. But also remember that just maybe before referrals, let me quickly say you can qualify for random big payday if you claim your race as a stake, and you also don't ever claim your REX as liquid from auctions, or else you are going to be excluded from random big payday, and that's fair, to be quite honest. So yeah, take note of that. Like I said, referrals and referees will receive 10% more REX in auctions. In addition to the 10% free REX for the referrer, the smart contract reserves up to 5% of the cent BUSD depending on the referrer's Emrex holding at the time of the referee auction participation. So if you participate in the auction with a referral link, the person gets 5% of whatever you contribute in BUSD on top of this 10% free REX, which both of you get. So I mean, there's a lot of this is just to drive adoption, you know, to make sure people get people in, but you must make sure you are holding Emrex, like we said, to get that 5% cent BUSD. I think I mentioned that when I was talking about the benefits of holding Emrex. So if a referral holds one Emrex, you get 1% of the BUSD, like I've mentioned before. I've done the maths, but you get 5%, the full 5% when you hold 5 Emrex. So just take note of that. Okay, take note of that. Very important. Let's look at one last part of this whole discussion, and that's the airdrop. So, for example, you've been in Rex 1. You saw all of that bug, and then your coin went to 0. I mean, this is another beautiful thing about the team. Thomas is not French, it's German. Thomas and the core team members, of which some of them are my close pals. I'm not going to mention their name just in case they don't want to be mentioned. But what we've seen with them is they've been working so hard in the past 5 months, 6 months. That's crazy. On Rex V2, and the airdrop team has been working arduously since that same time too, making sure they check every transaction, that everything is, you know, fair for everybody. And I mean, I'm not even honestly, like, whatever I get from Rex V1, from Rex Classic airdrops, I'm going to see it as a blessing, because if you are short-sighted to focus so much on that, then it's going to be an issue. Personally, whatever I get, I'm going to take. I'm not going to go whinging that, oh, why am I getting such a small amount? If you know what the work these guys have put in, you'll be grateful for what they've done. Kudos to them. I mean, I have not really told them this privately or during our talks, but I want to appreciate those that actually made sure they give back something, at least, to the community. And you know what they're doing? They're not just giving back Rex, okay? They are giving both Rex and BUSD. That's crazy. Never seen this before. After an exploit, giving back, trying to give you back the Rex that you have staked and the one you have liquid, plus the accumulated loss in BUSD that some people have what's that English? That they've incurred. Yes, it finally came out. So, but remember, if you made profit from Rex, don't expect any airdrops. In BUSD, you can get back your Rex stake. So, and the Rex stakes created from the airdrop is an irrevocable stake. Also remember that the airdrop distributed can be claimed either as a liquid REX or as a stake. And you can earn between 10% to 50% more REX if you take it as a stake instead of collecting it as liquid. So I would advise, if you are getting the REX airdrop, just claim the airdrop as a stake, not as liquid REX, so that you get 10 to 50% more REX tokens. And also remember, like I said, REX stake is what is an irrevocable stake. So again, to be eligible for the random big payday, an address needs to send BUSD to the daily auction and claim REX as a stake. I'm so bullish about REX. I've said that how many times now, maybe the second or third time. But again, you need to do your due diligence. You need to do your own research. Yeah, just wanted to touch on all of these, make you feel comfortable, you know, that you guys are in for another ride on a good project. I know there was a lot of whales in REX, but because they're going to be claiming their REX as a stake and riding this wave, this makes it more bullish. I mean, I don't even know what I am in this system before all that happened, but whatever it is, I think I might be going in with something tangible into this, because I believe in what the team is doing, and I think they are going to perform. So yeah, please like the video. If you are a Rexican, subscribe, like, comment, share to your friends. And I might do a live stream with my friend Kelly this weekend, Kelly Snook. So you have a good one, guys. Take care and bye-bye. It's a boy, Fully Baker.